AppleTechBeast.
This is AppleTechBeast with my gaming PC. So obviously, there is my gaming PC, and obviously this channel isn't called PC Tech Beast or Windows Tech Beast, and obviously my MacBook there is what sort of started this channel off. It's what I do on my editing and all that sort of stuff. But no, I have built myself a gaming PC because I couldn't deal with the, well, not horrendous frame rates and stuff, but I was just sort of getting addicted to looking at ultra gameplay videos of PC games on YouTube and stuff, so I decided to build myself a gaming PC. You can probably see there is the GeForce GTX logo, and then the Corsair H100i, which I'll talk about when I've got the side panel off. So yeah, this PC is housed in an NZXT H440 red and black edition, so it's matte black with glossy red sort of highlights, and all of the build is based around red and black, if you haven't already worked out. So let's talk about the processor first. So it's an Intel Core i5 4670K, not yet overclocked, but with a H100i, as you can see there. The fans at the top, they're stock, but there's a radiator, and this is pulling air in through these little intakes, through the radiator and into case, and then out using the stock NZXT fans still. All the fans are stock in here. But I'm going to change that soon. So the RAM is 16 gigs of Corsair Vengeance, 1833 MHz I think it is. It's really, really nice, and it matches the red and black whole theme. You can see there also I've got the red LED on the H100i as well, which is controlled via Corsair Link. The graphics card is my 770 superclocked, with a Titan cooler obviously. Its core clock now is 1241 MHz. I have overclocked it to 1341 MHz, and the temperatures only went up slightly, but I didn't notice any improvements, and I didn't want to have to push it too hard, so I just kept it its normal superclocked clock, if you know what I mean. That runs all games that I've got now at ultra, over 60 frames a second, which is absolutely amazing, and the temperatures never really go above 70 to 80, which I know that it's quite high. That's what it's running at now on idle, and that's also the CPU temperature running at idle, which is absolutely amazing. It's just gone up a bit now. It's because the room's quite hot, but the temperatures sort of they go from 70 to 80 in really demanding games. But I was playing Saints Row 4 yesterday on ultra, over 60 frames a second, and it was just at like 50 to 60. I've got an SSD, Samsung 840 EVO, 120 gig SSD for the OS and some main programs, which is really, really useful considering it boots up in less than 10 seconds now, which is really, really cool. I've also got a Western Digital 2TB. I don't know which hard drive it is, but it's not like a super fast 7200 RPM one. It's just a normal sort of 5400 RPM one, just for mass data storage and all that sort of stuff, because I'm not even bothered by the speed of it. It's not that slow, and it works fine. The motherboard is the MSI GD65 Z87, obviously that's red and black as well. It's a really, really good motherboard and has this sort of sound card audio boost thing. You can see that little purple light. When I'm using the HyperX Cloud gaming headset there, which I'm also editing a review on at the moment. Actually, no, that might be up by now. I don't know, but you'll see. The bass on it is absolutely crazy. It's absolutely amazing. Would definitely recommend that motherboard if you've got that sort of money to spend on it. It's about 130, 140 pounds. But a new model has actually come out since then, so it might have gone down, I don't know. At the back you can see the Wi-Fi card. It's a TP-Link 150 megabytes per second one. It's not the best one, but it works fine for me. The power supply, obviously it's under this power supply shroud sort of thing in the NZXT H440, but it's the RM850 by Corsair. It is absolutely amazing. It's fully modular, and I swear the fan hasn't even run on it once. Because the fan only runs at 40% load, and I haven't exactly got 850 watts worth of components in there yet. So a really, really good power supply. All of the components are all very, very good, I feel. But I may upgrade the graphics card to a 980 at some point. May upgrade the CPU to an i7 or something, I don't know. Or I might just sell this and build a whole new computer, or keep this and take some parts out of it and build a new computer and make this into a, I don't know. Yeah, you can see my stickers there as well from all the parts in the computer. So it says powered by EVGA there. Upside down, I know, but I couldn't get it off and I didn't want to wreck the paint on it, so that's staying like that. Samsung SSD activated for obviously the SSD. Powered by Corsair for the RAM and some other things, and then Intel Core i5 inside, Gaming G Series MSI, which is obviously the motherboard, and I think they look really cool there on the stealth cover on the NZXT H440. And then the LEDs, they are Akasa red LEDs. Here's the box, look, they are red, they are the red ones, obviously, 60 centimeters And they're actually quite cheap, but they are really, really good for the price. They're really, really bright, a really nice red as well, and you can extend them. So I've put the Molex in there through this hole, and then it goes along the bottom of the case. I've stuck them to this side so it's not too harsh, not facing upwards so it's too harsh. And then there's the little extending bit here. I do actually want to get some white LEDs on the top, like, of the case, because then it gives a nice accent over all of the components. But I don't know how I'm going to do it, because if I attach them there, then it's going to have to... I'd go around the fan somehow, I don't know. I'll probably just have to do it completely separately. But yeah, that's one upgrade that I may do, as well as the CPU and GPU at some point. Also, I may upgrade the fans because they're all stock, as I've already mentioned. The exhaust is NZXT, the front three are NZXT. They're quite quiet, but they run at full speed because they're on the fan header at the back as well. So I'm just going to get all new Corsair. I don't know which ones they are, but they're like super good ones, and they're red and black and all that sort of stuff to match the whole build. But now I'm going to get them to make it slightly quieter, because I'm going to plug them all into the motherboard instead, and they'll look better as well and give more airflow. It doesn't push that much air out the back, I feel, which could be... I mean, the temperatures aren't bad. You can see, like I've already said, CPU's running at 30, which is actually quite hot. I don't know why that's running so hot. It's usually at like 23 on idle, but the room is quite hot at the moment. Yeah, the graphics card is at 30 and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, and the hard drive's at 22. But no, yeah, the temperatures aren't that bad, but I just feel like I get a bit more airflow through with the exhaust fan pushing more air out. So the full price of this build is about £1,600, which I know is expensive, but I sort of base it all around looks. And obviously it's turned out to be really, really well performing. Before you even ask, or before you even tell me in the comments, I realised that I could have bought a 970 for the price of that, the 772 clock, but I didn't. I bought that 2 weeks before the release of the 970, which is really, really annoying. But I mean, I'm happy with that. It's running everything at ultra, so I've got nothing to complain about. But also, I may turn these horrible black standard cables for the PCIe power supply cable and the motherboard power cable into braided red ones to match the whole build as well at some point. And then obviously I'm going to upgrade the fans, and then, yeah, that was my video on my gaming PC. As I've already said, there is my setup. So I've got my MacBook Pro, rubbish monitor as of now. I'm going to upgrade the mouse in the future because it's my friend's, in replacement for my Simpsons USB mouse that broke. That's the SteelSeries Apex Raw gaming keyboard, which I also will be upgrading. It's a really, really good keyboard, but it's just too big for me. I want something smaller and more simplistic. I want to get a 1080p IPS 144Hz monitor, because I just want to utilise all of the FPS that can render. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, please favourite this video, please rate it, please comment on it, and subscribe to the channel to see more videos like this, and the review of the headset and all that sort of stuff, if I haven't already uploaded that is. And also, as I've already said in some of my other videos, I am going to be doing gaming videos from this, but I just need to get 1080p monitored first, because otherwise I can't record in 1080 and it'll look all horrible on YouTube. But yeah, thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed this video, like I've already said, and goodbye.